Hi guys, welcome to another Alex Breck's Banter podcast show. Today is slightly different because we're going to talk about NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and I am going to use as a backdrop to this talk, I'm going to use a workshop I have done many times before on NFTs because I'm a bit of a blockchain enthusiast. When I'm not writing thrillers as Alex Breck, I like to teach people about blockchain and how to make an income from blockchain. Now, it was very interesting the way that NFTs and my writing career coincided for the first time ever, to be honest. They are two completely disparate worlds that not normally would ever come into contact with each other. But I am involved with a group called Books Go Social, a fantastic book group, lots of social media groups underneath the Books Go Social banner out of Dublin in Ireland. And Lawrence at Books Go Social is an amazing resource and marketer, and he's a great help to many authors. He also holds the Dublin Writers Festival every year, COVID permitting. And so yes, I don't normally get involved with NFTs in my writing capacity. However, what Lawrence decided to do is get a bunch of authors who are interested in NFTs to collaborate and produce their own NFT books, which is what we did. And it's been a very interesting experience. And so I thought just to help some of my more bookish people and people who are not tech savvy, not at all interested in blockchain technology, which is fair enough, I thought I would do a quick podcast and also upload this to my YouTube channel, my Alex Breck YouTube channel, so you can get an idea about NFTs and decide whether maybe an NFT book would be something you'd be interested in. So what is an NFT? Well, let me just very, very quickly dive into it. NFTs can be anything almost nowadays. Anything that can be digitalized. You will hear crazy stories about artwork and videos and cartoon type drawings being sold for millions of dollars. They can also be virtual items within games. Music is a very, very good application for NFTs. They can be collectibles like trading cards, like the old top trumps cards of our youth, except these are digitalized. They could be real world assets like real estate, tokenized real estate. That's something I am involved in. Or they can be video. Obviously, today I'm really just going to focus on tokenized books. But why would I be interested in doing this in the first place? What is the point of an NFT? Well, for example, I'm an author and I sell most of my books on Amazon, like most authors do. Or we maybe use some other platforms like Ingram, Spark, etc. But let's just pick on Amazon right now. If I sell a book on Amazon, say it's an ebook, it'll be a couple of dollars at the most. And that could take me a year or more to write that book. It's not a lot of money for a year's work. If I sell a paperback, it's maybe $12, something like that. It's still not a heck of a lot of money. And to be honest, being an author is not the best business model under the sun, unless you are a J.K. Rowling or a James Patterson or Ian Rankin even. So it's a lot of hard work. You have to really want to do it. And I love being an author. I love my Alex Breck writing. It's a passion of mine. I don't do it to make money. However, it's nice to be able to utilize cutting edge technology to maybe just build that income a little bit, and also to give the readers something special. So with NFTs, if I sell an NFT book, which is basically an ebook, I can charge whatever price I like. I can charge a higher price than maybe Amazon would let me. And then if you buy it and you don't like it and you sell it, you can sell it on to somebody else. You can sell it to somebody else for more money than you paid for it if you choose. You can sell it for less. It's completely up to you. But I will get something in the region of 10% of that income. And then if the person you have sold the book to sells it on to somebody else, I'll get 10% of that. And again, and again, and again. So it'd be like me selling a book to Amazon, you deciding you didn't like it, dumping it in the charity shop, and somehow that earned me money. And then somebody takes it out the charity shop, and somehow that earned me money, and all the way down the line. So it's a unique opportunity to earn a little bit more income over the life of that book, for example. So it's very useful from an author's point of view. Now, also from the reader's point of view, you actually get a lot more bang for your buck when you buy an NFT book as opposed to an ebook. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, and hopefully you'll understand that an NFT book is a real asset. It's a real joy to behold, and it might be something that is very valuable to you emotionally, but also can be valuable financially as well. So that is the context of it. I'm going to very quickly scoot through the computing technology side of it. First of all, we have to differentiate between fungible and non-fungible tokens, because that's what NFT stands for, non-fungible token. Now, a fungible asset could be something like gold. A kilo of gold is very much like another kilo of gold, assuming it's the same standard. It could be a Bitcoin. It could be a £50 note or a $50 note. One $50 note is very much like another. They are interchangeable, so they are fungible. Gold is interchangeable for other gold. Coins are interchangeable. Any traditional currencies are fungible and can be exchanged for others. And in the computing world, smart contract technology has been around for a while now, and it enables people to hold ownership of assets and trade with them. And the basic platform was called Ethereum. Ethereum has been very successful. It was this technical standard for smart contract technology for a long time, but it started to creak under the strain and was in urgent need of renovation. And that is where the NFT platforms came along. So non-fungible tokens are based on the ERC 721 platform, and every token that is created is unique. And this is the key point of NFTs. They are unique. They can't be another one the same. So you're guaranteed authenticity and provenance, which in this day and age, when we talk about fake news and nobody believes anything is genuine, then an NFT is genuine. You might have a limited edition, like my books, for example. You get a very small limited edition, but they're still more valuable than a normal ebook because they're limited, and it's supply and demand. So that is where non-fungible tokens come from. They are the ERC 721 Ethereum platform, but luckily we can just call them NFTs, and they're a lot easier to talk about. So you might be thinking, what's this got to do with me? It's a crazy world, the NFTs. I've seen videos being sold for millions of dollars, and ordinary looking pictures being sold at Christie's auction house for $69 million. What's that got to do with me? And I can't really get involved in that. Well, yes, you can. You can buy an NFT through the Books Go Social collaboration. You can buy an NFT book with a debit card or a credit card. You don't need to be involved with cryptocurrency. However, it does open up, as I say, a whole world of potential for authors like myself. Now, I'm just about to finish at the moment the sequel to my thriller, The Devil You Know, which is a standalone Scottish thriller I wrote a few years ago, and it's almost finished, and I was going to release that as an NFT in the summer of 2021. However, it's just not quite ready yet, and I wanted to prove this concept. I wanted proof of concept really for NFTs. So what I did during the summer, through collaboration with Books Go Social, is I launched my first Ridge Walker thriller, which is called He Who Pays the Piper. I launched that as an NFT. So you might be thinking, great, so what? What's the point for me? So if you were to buy my NFT, He Who Pays the Piper, instead of paying a couple of dollars or $12 for a paperback, you would be paying $29 for the exclusive NFT ebook edition. So you might be thinking, that's a lot of money, $29. What am I getting for that? Well, you get an exclusive edition for a start. You get an animated cover, which is nice, and again, very different. And you also get an 11-minute one-to-one video from me, Alex Breck. And it's a highly personal video. It goes into a lot of detail about why I wrote He Who Pays the Piper, which is my first ever thriller, the first Ridge Walker book. There was probably years of my life went into that book. And I talk about it, and I say things that I haven't told anybody in the real world outside of my close family. Why I located that book in Central America, as well as Scotland, where I'm from. Why I brought in certain characters, where the Ridge Walker idea came from. Why the story arc followed a particular trajectory. All of these things I've never really talked about in any great detail to anybody. So you are getting a video of this. It's 11 minutes long, and you can be assured that you're not going to see this video on YouTube. You know, you're not going to get other people having seen this video unless they also purchased a limited edition of my NFT to He Who Pays the Piper. So you're getting something quite unique. Now, again, I'm not a super famous author. My name isn't, well known or anything. But, what would happen if just by chance my books were discovered by a Hollywood director, for example, who was on holiday and he just picked one up and he thought, I'll make a Hollywood blockbuster series of these Ridge Walker books. All of a sudden, my stock would have risen substantially. I would become more of a name. And if you happen to own one of my NFT books, for example, He Who Pays the Piper, it might suddenly be worth a heck of a lot more than $29. It might be worth $290. It might be worth $29,000 because it's an asset. It's a real asset, just like a piece of land or a house. It can go up in value or it could go down in value. So that is an economic advantage that you could have by owning an NFT. And I know people who are buying and selling NFTs, cartoons, JPEGs, ridiculous things like that for hundreds and thousands of dollars, and they're making thousands of dollars on a weekly basis just by buying and selling NFTs. There's a real market out there. It's not my cup of tea, but there's a real market out there. So there is a huge economic benefit to getting involved with NFTs. But from my point of view, it's just a way of trying to reach out to a different market and get other people interested in my work. Now, don't you think this would be a great thing to get involved in if you were interested in other media, like music, for example? You can buy NFT albums now that instead of just getting the music, you get exclusive artwork. You might get videos. You might get guaranteed front row seats at the next time the band played a gig in your town. That sort of thing is totally possible. Another thing is, don't you think somebody would be interested in owning an NFT of something or somebody who they were absolute fans of? If you are an absolute fan of the Rolling Stones, or you're an absolute fan of James Patterson, or you're an absolute fan of Banksy or some artist, wouldn't it be wonderful to have an NFT, something exclusive from them? It's like having an autograph on steroids. So I think it's going to become more of a phenomenon. I think NFTs have a bright future. Any one of you listening or watching this could make their own NFTs. There are lots and lots of portals and sites where you can mint your own NFTs. Mintable is a great one. NFT Art Finance, Rareable, OpenSea. There are many, many different platforms where you can mint your own NFT. Almost anything that you have, you could have a series of holiday photographs. You could make a video out of them and turn it into an NFT. You might think nobody would be interested, but if of your fantastic holiday in Hawaii or the Maldives, But if I lived in the 100th floor of an apartment block in Chicago, and I was in lockdown, and I didn't have the money to go on holiday, I might really love to get a video of lovely beaches in the Maldives for a couple of dollars. And then if I didn't like it, or I wanted to sell it on, or I thought it become valuable, I might even make money on it. And as the content creator, as the NFT owner, you would make money too. The platform that we decided to use at Books Go Social was called Wax, and that was because it's an environmentally friendly, carbon neutral platform. We figured that most people who are interested in books, writers, readers, book people, they're not that technologically savvy, and they probably are of the view that blockchain is environmentally unfriendly, which is the current perception amongst most people. Therefore, the Wax platform is a carbon neutral platform, so you can buy our NFT books on this platform without feeling that you're doing the environment any damage. It's also the platform used by William Shatner, Captain Kirk from Star Trek. So if it's good enough for Captain Kirk, it's good enough for Alex Breck. So I hope you can see that there's lots of potential here for NFTs. And, if you're a musician, an artist, or some other kind of creative person, you could make your own NFT. Or if you're just a fan, do you think you would maybe pay a little bit extra to have a unique piece of work by one of these bands or your favorite painter? I think you probably would. I think there is a lot of mileage in NFTs. I know that some big online influencers like Gary Vaynerchuk, he thinks that NFTs will be the biggest technological shift of our generation. I'm pretty sure if Andy Warhol was alive today, he'd be making NFTs. When he first produced his painting of Campbell's soup tins, they said it would never catch on. They said it's not art. It's not real proper art. It'll never catch on. But he actually spawned a whole genre, didn't he? Pop art. And pop art is with us today. It's in every part of our lives. And I think NFTs will be the same. So I hope you found that interesting. If you would like to get a hold of my NFT book, He Who Pays the Piper, you'll find a link somewhere on this podcast or on this video on my YouTube channel. And it would be great to hear from you. Obviously, if you know the Books Go Social platform, you can go over there and you will find information about my NFT book and those of my other collaborating artists or authors. There was about a dozen of us, and we've each produced our NFT books, anything from about $20 to about $100. My book is about $29. And I hope you find it interesting. And if you do, please let me know. And let's talk. So that's it from Alex Breck. I am almost finished now. My sequel to The Devil You Know. It's going to be called The Devil Inside. I think it's one of my best stories yet. It's a controversial one. It's going to be a shocker. It's all set in Scotland. It's a gritty Scottish thriller. And look out for it to be published sometime this autumn, 2021. So that's it from Alex Breck at Alex Breck's Banter.